Hi, welcome back. I feel like I haven't sat down here for a hair video for a while, or for any video really, but yeah, I am doing another kind of basically hair dyeing video today. So when I dyed my hair orange last month, the plan originally was to dye it yellow next, because I wanted to try to get like a bright neon yellow again. But this company reached out to me asking if I was interested in reviewing their product, so I said yes, and it came, so I'm pausing that and I'm gonna be reviewing this hair dyeing shampoo. So this brand EVEMORE reached out to me. They have made these like color depositing shampoos basically. So they have them in a couple of colors and they asked me what color I wanted, and I decided I was gonna go with the purple because, as you may already know, I love purple. I always come back to it. So I figured, yeah, let's do purple. So then I realized this might actually be perfect, since because I wanted to try that bright neon color, it's best if the hair is like as much of a blank canvas as possible. And so kind of what the purple is supposed to do is cancel out the yellow. So this is actually a pretty perfect test to see if it does that. I will also see how it fades, obviously. I'm really curious about that. We're gonna see how it covers my hair, how well it covers the yellow, how saturated it is, you know, the whole shebang. So I didn't want to re-dye it over the orange. I wanted to let my hair fade a little bit, so that's what I did, and I bleached my roots this morning, so my hair is super fresh and ready to be dyed. So here's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna show you a before, and then of course you'll see what it comes out to after. I also trimmed it a little bit, so you might notice that the colored part is shorter. Every once in a while I like to trim this so that it stays short. I like this front part short. I like to play around with it, move it around a lot, so yeah. But I think the bleaching went well. As usual, I mixed a 20 volume and a 30 volume together and put it over my roots, and then whatever was left I mixed with the shampoo and ran it through my hair to kind of get a more even canvas and to strip some more of the color out. So yeah, this is a pretty good base. It's still kind of yellow, but I think this is going to be a perfect test for this shampoo. And so I also was originally planning on only doing the dyed bit of my hair, the bleached part of my hair, but I am curious to see how it would go over on virgin hair, on unbleached, undyed hair. So I am also going to be using it over my hair back here, the brown part. Although I did recently dye it darker, so that doesn't really help. But it's definitely not like a pitch black. It's kind of like a dark brown right now. So what I'm expecting is that it's gonna give it more of like a purpley tint, a slight tint. I obviously don't expect it to really, you know, make the brown hair purple. That's not gonna happen. But it is gonna be a fun test. I'm curious what happens, and I am excited to try this out. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's actually really cute. I've never seen a bottle made like this. This is an interesting cap, so we'll see how that works. But so it is the EVEMORE Violet Color Protective Shampoo. It says here a variety of natural fruit oils to nourish hair, ceramide essence to moisturize and lock color, and improve the color of dyed hair and maintain colorful and shiny hair. So I've actually never used a color depositing shampoo before, so that's another thing I'm really curious about, to see how well it works. I've only ever dyed my hair. I've never used like a shampoo to touch up the color or anything like that. So this is pretty cool. I have always been curious about those kinds of shampoos. Also, since it's a color depositing shampoo, I'm gonna be a little bit more kind of chaotic with the way I'm applying it. I'm not gonna do too much sectioning like how I usually do it. And so before I get all that ready and start, a little bit about the company. So this is actually a European brand and they are still pretty new. This is their first ever like shampoo line or any kind of like beauty product like this, so that's also exciting. Yeah, they did say though that they are going to be selling their products in America soon, so don't you worry. If you want to try this, they are coming here soon, so that's exciting too. It's really kind of cool that I get like a first look at this too. I am going to take some before shots, and then I'm going to, I guess, grab some gloves. You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna grab gloves, because if it's a shampoo, you're not gonna be really using gloves in the shower, right? So I'm not gonna grab my gloves, but I am gonna grab a bowl, at least, I think. So real quick before I start, let me just read you the little description on the back. So it says suitable for purple berry vine. I think they probably mean wine. I think that's a typo. And all yellowish hair. Moisturizes hair color and provides long-lasting color protection to keep hair hydrated, healthy, soft, and shiny. Cool. Yeah, I think that's a typo, but they actually have like the little colors here. So purple, berry, wine, and yellowish. So they did specifically tell me this is supposed to cover yellow hair, so I have high hopes for it. That's a nice color. That is a nice deep purple color. Ooh. Okay, so, because this is really thick and it's a shampoo, and you're probably going to be using it in the shower, I am actually going to go wet my hair first and then come back and do this real quick, so just hold on. Okay, hi, take two. So I actually decided that I was going to just do this in the shower the way you're supposed to do it. So I have a little bathing suit on because this is YouTube, none of that stuff. I'm gonna just shampoo the hair and rinse it out and see what happens. I already obviously started a little bit here, but this looks pretty good so far, honestly. I'm still wearing my glasses, oh my god. This is not looking great, honestly. I don't really know what happened here. The roots did not take at all. It seems like the rest of it kind of did, but it's still like a light purpley color. It doesn't look as dark as it is coming out of the bottle. Yeah, this is not great. So okay, so I decided what I'm going to do is mix the shampoo with a little bit of water and try to use a brush to apply it and go over my roots and everything again. And I'm going to let it sit this time for, let's say, half an hour. And then I'm gonna rinse it off and I'm gonna see if that worked any better. Okay, so as you can see, everything is completely covered and completely saturated. Can you hear the little bubbles, the little lathering effect going on? So like I said, I'm gonna let it sit for half an hour and then rinse it again and see how it comes out, if it's any better, if it actually takes on the roots. That's the main thing that I'm concerned about right now, is the roots not getting any color at all. That's not good. So I really hope this actually works the next time I rinse it. But yeah, basically this is what it looks like now. Just showing you before I rinse it. It does look very purple right now, so that's good. And I did also want to add, by the way, when I wash my hands and stuff, it doesn't stain the fingers, like it all just rinses out. So that's good, and that also gives me hope, like I said, for the stains in the shower not staying there for very long. But yeah, I'll be back. Hi, so I'm back with the final result. It is definitely purple, so that's good. It's definitely not like yellow like it was before, so it covered that. But as you saw along the process, I kind of ran into some issues, particularly with my roots. So after I went over my hair again and I left it for a little bit over half an hour. I rinsed it out with cold water, and this is what came out. It's mostly dry at this point, so it's definitely not yellow, so that's good. It covered that. The roots are better after I did that and let it sit for half an hour, so that's good, but they are also not completely covered, so I'm gonna let you look at it here. The roots are not purple. They're definitely not yellow like they still were before, but they are not purple. And so this is after letting the shampoo sit in my hair for over half an hour. So that's a bit of an issue. Like, this is okay. This isn't bad. I think if my hair was already purple, then this would have been a good option to kind of refresh the color, but since my hair wasn't purple and it was on the opposite color of the spectrum when it comes to dyeing your hair, they are supposed to cancel each other, so it mostly did that, as you can see. But the roots, which was the freshly bleached part, did not take the color very well. So that's a little disappointing. The roots came out kind of like a strawberry blonde color almost. I mean, it's like cute, it's not like terrible, and it is at least even. It ended up being pretty even. But I'm also surprised because when I first started, you saw I actually covered this part first. I covered the roots first, and it was like very, very purple. Right after I washed it off in the shower, when I went in there to put the rest of it in, it just completely came out. So I had to reapply it. So that's not great because you're not supposed to be doing that with your shampoo, right? Like, this isn't a dye, it's a shampoo. So I guess that is the difference. This is not a dye, it's a shampoo. It definitely did wash my hair and it feels nice and clean. I think it is gonna fade nicely though. I think it's gonna fade into like a silvery gray color, so that's gonna be really cool. So here's my hands after I used it. As you can see, they are not very stained. Everything pretty much washed off, so that's good. It didn't really stain my fingers. So let me actually read you the instructions that it says in the back. It says, take suitable amount to massage hair after wetting it, rub out the foam and leave it out for 5 minutes, and then wash it off. Can be used together with other shampoos. So it says here that you're supposed to leave it in for 5 minutes. I left it in for half an hour and my roots still did not like get covered fully. So this is a post color care shampoo. This would work if my hair was already purple and I wanted to refresh the color. This would cover it pretty well. I think it mostly passed my test of it covering over yellow hair because, as you can see, the rest of it is pretty much covered. It's just the roots that are a bit of an issue. I think if it had a little bit more of a kick to it, if the formula was a little bit stronger, then my roots would have taken. But that is something for them to keep in mind if they decide to update it, make any changes, make it better. That's definitely somewhere it can improve. But I think it is good that it didn't really like stain my fingers, because that's something to worry about when you're using kind of color depositing shampoo is, you know, it still runs down your shower and your hands and everything. This is not a purple that I would choose to just do. It's not bright enough for me. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's like a faded purple, but it's nice. It's not a bad color. It's pretty cute. As you can see, there are some color variations here, different shades. I did notice actually when I was washing it off that it was washing out into like a pink kind of color towards the end. So it was like very, very purple at first, and then as it got lighter and lighter, it kind of turned a little bit pink, so that was cool. Another thing I will mention is that the smell is actually really nice. It's a pretty sweet smell, but it's not like overwhelming, and my hair has like a faint smell from what came out of the bottle. I kind of like that it's not like overwhelming. It's a nice smell. It's not like super strong like in your face. I do like the bottle. I do like the cap. It's really easy to use. And yeah, I like the design, honestly. I think for something like this, you would probably need to know what color you want to do next and then pick that color from their selection and use that to touch up the color you already have. I think this purple would have covered just fine over probably most colors. It definitely would have covered a purple, obviously. It would have probably covered a blue. I think it would have covered a green. I think it would probably just work with the color you already have underneath. And like, let's say if it was a red, it would probably be like a reddish purple. So I think it depends what color your hair already is as to what this will come out to. I also did the brown area back here, like I said, and this didn't really change at all. This part is lighter up here and it doesn't really look any different to me than how it looked before. So it doesn't really work on virgin hair. It will only really show up on hair that's been bleached or very light colored hair. This is definitely not a dye. It's not going to work like a dye. It's going to work like a color depositing shampoo. In terms of that, I would say it definitely gets the job done. Just gotta beware of the roots. For some reason, the roots don't take as well. I think that's something they need to pay attention to. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty decent product, and whenever I do go back to purple, which I know I will, I am definitely gonna use this to refresh the color when I shower and wash my hair. So that's pretty cool. I do think this was a fun little experiment and review of this new product, and I'm glad they reached out to me. Let me know what you thought. Would you use this product? The shampoos actually come in a couple of colors. They come in purple, orange, red, blue, and like a dark color. So that's pretty cool. I like that they have options. So like I said, this would work best if you already had a color planned and you just wanted to refresh the color without having to re-dye it every time. I think for that it would be pretty perfect. So now that I know that it works, would I use this product again? Yes, I think I would. I think I'd probably just make sure that I was using it for the actual color that it's supposed to be used on. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like content like this, I have plenty more of that on my channel. I dye my hair all the time and just do all kinds of artsy things in general. So if you like any of that, you should subscribe. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.